Welcome to Glam Talk, powered by your one and only Glam Guider, where beauty meets real talk.
Today's podcast is all about Ayurveda.
I'm Dr. Kalpana Vijay Patil. I help people to live medicine-free life with the Ayurvedic principles adapting in the day-to-day life, whether it's male skin or a female skin. The principles of balancing dosha is a universal.
Ayurveda is not about complicated rituals, it's about balance and simplicity.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Glam Talk, powered by your one and only Glam Guider, where beauty meets real talk. No fads, no funky filters. Just the truth and expert advice जो आपके overall wellness के काम आता है.
So basically, today's podcast is all about Ayurveda, our ancient wisdom. People often think Ayurveda is only about Dadi Nani ke nuske, but the real question is, what does Ayurveda actually mean for skincare and lifestyle today?
And to answer this question, we have a very special guest with us today, who is an Ayurvedic doctor and a wellness guide, who basically expertise in blending the modern living with the ancient wisdom. So, welcome, Dr. Kalpana. It's a pleasure to have you here with us. Would you like to introduce yourself to our audience?
Thank you so much for having me here. I'm Dr. Kalpana Vijay Patil, founder of Sri Vishwasparsha Ayurvedic Panchakarma Center located at Thane. I help people to live medicine-free life with the Ayurvedic principles adapting in the day-to-day life. Thank you.
So, Doctor, we will start with our first segment, and I'll keep it very simple. And we will start with the basics.
Okay.
So, my first question to you would be, how is Ayurveda, being an ancient wisdom, is related to the modern skincare routine?
First of all, Ayurveda is Shashwat. As in, it is same for each and every era of your life or till the our earth is there. Okay. So, the Ayurveda is not going to change. Its principles are not going to change. We can modernize and we can go back to our centuries. So, Ayurveda is basic science. Okay. And also, it is mostly emphasized on personalization. We need to adapt ourselves. First, recognize yourself, get to know your own prakriti, doshik prakriti, what is the permutation combination in your body you have, or saptadhatu proportion, or its sarata. Sarata means how the combination is there. Like if you have a good hair, that means you have a good asti sarata. It's a byproduct of your asti and majja. So you have good hair. So these kind of things happens, and then we go with the permutation combination for your lifestyle, and along with that we take a medicinal help.
Great, nice. It's so depth.
Good to hear this about Ayurveda. So, people are chasing glow nowadays.
Okay.
I mean, people are crazy behind glow. So, what is that one Ayurvedic remedy or maybe ritual that is something you would recommend for everyday glow?
I would like to suggest first principle, that is Abhyangam Acharit Nityam. Means self-oiling is the best thing to do in the morning, 5 minutes just before the warm bath. You will get proper anti-aging effects. You will relieve your fatigue. You will get proper lymphatic drainage, that is toxins gets out of your body. So ultimately you will get the glow within.
Okay, so oiling the entire body.
Yeah, you can oil your entire body for a 5 minutes and take a warm bath.
So, regarding this oiling thing, I have heard from the people a lot that some oils make their skin break out. They have acne and all those kind of stuff. So, is it like there is a specific oil for a specific skin
Yeah,
type or something?
absolutely. That you need to know your own prakriti first. For that matter, you need to go to the proper educated Ayurvedic doctor first. Then he will analyze, she will analyze your body. She will ask you questions. We take detailed history of since your intrauterine life, okay? Since your intrauterine life and since your mother's life. We take all the history, then we make one conclusion that you must be having this kind of thing. So this will suit for you. So accordingly, those who are having breakouts, they must be you choosing the wrong oil.
Nice, nice. I mean, that's, I think people, because of the modern YouTubes and everything, they're just blindly following, not getting into the depth of each and every.
Exactly. I would like to tell each one of you, if you are taking something as a Ayurvedic, it should be come from your depth history. You can go for a little bit of like multani matti laga lo or kuch to laga lo. It's fine, but it is just a temporary. You cannot use it regularly so that you will get that same effect. Sometimes if you go and eat binging on something and you will get the acidity, and after, even with this, if you apply something, you will get rashes where you haven't had before. This could be happen if you don't go with the proper principles.
Right.
Got to know about my own body much more better. So nowadays people are facing problems such as hair fall, dandruff, frizzy hair. Even I think my hairs are frizzy. So what would be that one Ayurvedic remedy that you would suggest for healthy hair?
For healthy hair, I would like to suggest for the topical application. After all, people mostly think about and it is an external thing, something to maintain, but it is not a external. But if you ask me to name one drug or one herb, then Bhringaraj is the OG. Bhringaraj name suggests as Kesharajaha. Keshasya Rajaha iti Kesharajaha. Means what? He is a king of hair. So you can use blindly as a Keshraj oil, you can apply it. But again, if you are in a kapha dominance, you have to put it for a few minutes, 30 minutes or 45 minutes. If you come with the certain prakruti, then you have to apply accordingly.
Bringraj oils,
Yeah,
right?
Bringraj oil you can use.
So is this like, because many people I have seen complaining about, when once they use oils, their hair or scalp gets greasy and mostly itchy most of the time. So is Bringraj like suitable for almost everyone?
If it is a kapha dominant person and he applies the heavy oils, if heavy oils are getting applied with the kapha prakriti, it will going to clog and show some clogging and itchy and greasy. For them, they have to just apply oil little bit, just massage in a circular motion and wash it off after 30 minutes.
So Bringraj is suitable, just the quantity has to be adjusted as per your prakriti.
You can, for generalized statement, I can tell you that you can use a Bringraj. But if you want to go for the personalized, then you again
We have
have
to
to
have
go
that,
with the
yes.
history of it.
Okay. So, doctor, let's talk about foot care. I feel foot care is the most ignored part of our body because for me it is. What about you, Rahul?
I think, who cares?
No, for this generation, foot care is at top.
Because I have heard this in Ayurveda, calf muscles is known as the second heart of the body, if I am not wrong.
Yeah, you can say it because it pumps towards the heart against the gravity. When you massage or when you do the calf raises during this, it will help to raise your blood to the body, heart. Understood?
Huh.
So that can be the one thing. And another thing is that foot massaging the sole of your foot is there's the most nerve endings there. It is called a marma. Marma massaging is the best thing. You can say that only 5 minutes of marma massaging to gives you a lullaby to your whole body and the brain, and you will have a soothing sleep experience.
Nice, nice. So, if we talk about this feat itself and it's being so important, is there one star ritual that you would like to recommend for the people that maybe they can follow, a general one?
Yeah, general one you can go for the padabhyanga with the sesame oil. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Entering our next segment, which is, I think, one of our favorites, it's Unfiltered Beauty Confessions.
I really have a good question for this segment. So, is our skin that high maintenance, or are we just overcomplicating it by applying 10 different serums and endless DIY hacks?
I guess you said it right in the first part. Nowadays, people are more conscious about your look. They are not more aware about their internal within. So I would like to tell you, if your gut health is proper, if your gut is healthy, your skin will go healthy. You can make a equation like clear gut, clear skin. Simple as that. You can go with it.
So, everything is related to my gut issue, gut health.
absolutely, absolutely.
Since childhood, like, we always hear to this thing that our body naturally heals. Correct? It has its own wear and tear and everything, and similarly it also detoxes itself. But then, why are these people like I see all over the internet? They are adding layers upon layers of serums, toners, and I don't know what lot. Is is it really necessary?
Um, First of all, is Ayurved majority don't go with the XYZ applications. Secondly, as I told you, it is purely customization and personalized things. So there is concept called ama dosha. Means what? Whatever you are eating, it should get digested, it should get assimilated, it should get separated as a fecal material and the nutrients. If there is something, what we call it as no alignment between the things, अगर आपका जाठर अग्नि means whatever the digestive fire is there, if it is not properly ignited, your food will not get digested. And if undigested food goes in next system, it will start getting accumulated, and this arm is called a toxin.
That might be
Yeah,
problematic,
that
right?
is the major problem you are having. That gets stuck in your many ways, in your gut, in your joint, in your skin clogs, and then the flare up starts.
Food is totally related to skin.
Yes, food is also related, but more of that, your digestive fire is the most important.
Right.
In ancient Rishi says, कि if your digestive fire is very powerful, you can digest a stone.
Oh.
Yeah, you need
didn't
to
know
be
that.
that strong internally.
Okay.
Then externally, you will definitely going to glow.
I'll start eating stones. So, do we?
Wait. I have heard about a very viral claim that natural oils like ghee or coconut oil can weaken up your skin over time. Is that true, doctor?
If used properly with your prakriti accordingly, then it acts as a very good barrier. And oils can be used like sesame oil for you can say vata related people, vata predominance, and also the ghee. Ghee is a rasayana. It is going to be nourish your body irrespective of anything. Ghee is the best. After all, it
Huh.
is the purest form of the milk.
Right.
So now, finally, I want to come to the men's skincare.
Finally, it's your time now.
So, in the modern days, basically, I've seen a lot of brands marketing their products in such a way that this is exclusively for females and this is exclusively for males. Okay. So, in Ayurveda, is there certain bifurcation for this as well, or is it like same products but in a different sense?
Okay. First thing is fundamentally skin is equal to skin. Skin is the
Yeah.
skin, whether it's male skin or a female skin. Okay. The principles of balancing dosha is a universal. So we need to again go with the balancing your doshas and your doshas. Then we can go with the products we are going to use. Okay. In case of men, there are some lifestyle kind of things. Their repeated shaving is there. So they aggravate their vata and pitta related to that skin portion of the skin.
Or even shaving does.
Yeah. You are not getting hair anything, right? You're
Yeah.
getting hair. Okay, you are
Correct.
repeatedly trying many styles. So you try there. You try there. You can use some soothing oils or something. So you can change, but fundamental is fixed. Skin is skin, and fundamental principles are going to be same accordingly the doshas. So we need to work on this. Then we can change our routines as well.
So, Dr. Kalpana, अभी मूड को थोड़ा सा लाइट करते हैं, right? And we enter our next segment, which is Ayurveda with emojis, right? And in this segment, basically, there is only one rule. You have to use those cards to show up your emotions towards the statements that I will be reading out to you.
Okay, done. Yeah.
Chalo, let's go. I'll start with the first statement. When a patient says, मैं रोज हल्दी दूध पीता हूँ तो मुझे और कोई स्किन केयर की ज़रूरत नहीं है.
The next is your reaction when someone applies raw haldi paste daily on pimples. A teen says, मैं 16 का हूँ और ऑलरेडी कुमकुमादी तैलम, रेटिनॉल एंड विटामिन सी एक साथ यूज़ कर रहा हूँ.
योर इमोजी रिएक्शन व्हेन अ पर्सन सेज सनस्क्रीन. नहीं, मुझे तो बस एलोवेरा ही काफ़ी है.
Someone comes with a rash after doing a viral DIY Upton challenge.
अब ब्राइड टू बी सेज डॉक्टर मुझे एक हफ्ते में बस ब्राइडल ग्लो चाहिए, कुछ भी बोलो कर लूंगी.
Your face when a client says, I replaced all my meals and detox juices for glowing skin.
So let's begin with our next segment, which is known as Fact or Cap, Ayurveda edition. So basically, हम आपको कुछ statements बोलेंगे and you just have to answer it whether it is a fact or a cap.
So let's go. Ayurveda says drinking water in copper vessel gives you glowing skin.
It's kind of 50-50. You can, it gives glows by improving your digestion. It's not directly acting on your skin. Even you can go with the silver pot water as well. Silver pot water gives you cooling effect. So Pitta people can use that.
Eating curd at night is harmful according to Ayurveda.
रात्रि दधी निषेध, मतलब रात को तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं. It will increase your kapha and it will going to clog your pores and channels, and you will start getting the kapha related all the diseases.
Even my mom says this. She never allows me to eat curd at night.
In fact, even at my house, we don't actually eat.
Yeah, it is not recommendable actually.
Right. Ayurvedic oil massage, which is Abhyanga basically, daily can actually reduce stress and improve sleep.
Yes, 100%. It is proven. Nerve system gets calm and you will get better sleep. And once you are getting better sleep, you will be feel fresh.
Using ghee on lips is better than any other lip balm.
Yeah, bedtime you can apply the ghee. Even you can use a little bit of water in it and make a paste. It will turn like little bit of whitish. That will also give you a proper lip care routine at night. You can use that. And
I
have
do use
the
ghee on my lips.
Yeah.
Sometimes, not every time.
You
but
can
yeah,
go for
sometimes.
it every time, and it really nourishes, heals, and help your lips.
Ayurvedic remedies are 100% safe for everyone because they are natural.
It is not automatically safe for 100%, but it is claimed by the herbal medicines. Like people are like, कि, अरे यार herbal है ना मतलब आयुर्वेदिक है.
Ayurvedic.
It's not like that. Ayurveda is a deep-rooted science. Whenever we use a simple Bhringraj, then we think a lot about it. Think about that person a lot. We go with the diagnosis, we go with the what is the samprapti, what is the prognosis been happen. We need to think about that. Then we treat person with the personalization. So it is not a generalized statement for sure, and I would like to मतलब सबको मैं यही बोलना चाहूँगी, whatever you are saying herbal with green leaves, it is not Ayurveda.
So, Rasayana herbs like amla and ashwagandha can actually slow down aging.
Yes, they can act, but again I have to emphasize on that they need to be in certain process. They are just an supportive things. They are not an actual thing.
Individually, it can't be.
Yeah,
Like,
individually, but again the supporting. Okay.
Okay.
Combing a hair is a comb is supportive. But enrooted hair are your hair. This is the actual thing. Again, top of that, we need to think about your internal self first. Then you can think about the byproduct of your body hairs. You can say yes, because individual studies are saying this is our point. But actual study shows that it is a supportive things. Amla you can use as a supportive, ashwagandha use as a supportive, but it needs the proper dosage of it.
okay.
It changes.
Quantity
Yeah,
matters.
quantity matter.
I have one. Oil massage to the feet improves eyesight. Is it fact or a cap?
50-50. Again the same. Why you are having an eyesight issue? We need to go with this. And generalized, if I want to speak about the generalizing the things, the yes, it do help by calming your nervous system. Okay. And top of that, I would like to suggest that if you are doing the things like this, regular massaging and regular things will may improve. But again, it is a supportive. Actual medicine is different part.
Actual medicine, definitely,
If you
definitely.
want to go for the preventive part, you definitely try this. But if you want to get rid of some disease or some problems, then you have to go with the aligned things.
You should always eat fruits alone, not with meals. Okay, so this question is for one of my colleague.
Okay, yes, she has a valid thing and she has said rightly, Falani Pruthakam Bhakshayet. Fal, whatever the fruit is you are eating, it should not be mixed with the food. It should be either before food or the after food. If it get mixed with the food, फल जो रहता है, it gets start getting fermented. If start getting fermented, it will give you acidity, bloating kind of things.
So, doctor, with this, we enter our next segment, okay, which is Ayurveda, the way of living. So, doctor, people like me who are corporate mazdoors, our life is very fast paced and very imbalanced nowadays. How do you think this is affecting our skin?
Yes, first of all, as you said, मजदूर मतलब कुछ तो करते हो नहीं खुद के लिए, right? So you need to work on your routine first. Analyze the routine, the way you, at what time you are getting up, at what time you are sleeping, and between that, how many times you are scrolling. ठीक है? Scrolling consumes more of your energy and your brain. So once your logging off is done, you need to go to your house, eat something freshly cooked food, and go to your bed. It's the best practice if you can follow. Okay.
Nowadays, I think corporate mazdoors, we do not say for a wrong reason. Even at home, we'll have been getting those emails and everything.
I understand because of the global thing, we are having the time differences. We have to manage the time differences. But at least you can try for the thrice,
Try for-
4 times a week, or Saturday, Sunday if you are having a holiday. That time you can go for the abhyanga so that all the vitiated vata in the 4 5 days you can make it at equilibrium. So you can be fresh for the next 5 days.
Now, as we are talking about fast paced life and corporate majdoors, in Ayurveda, we talk about Dincharya, which is, I think, known as daily routine. So, what are some realistic rituals of Dincharya that we can follow in our fast paced life?
Yeah, first is timely sleeping. Second is timely getting up. First, I would like to suggest if you can manage, go for the Brahma Muhurta Uttishte. मतलब ब्रह्म मुहूर्त पे उठना है, मतलब सनराइज के 1 2 घंटे पहले उठना है.
Is there any specific timing?
Yeah, you can say if 6 o'clock is the sunrise time, you can get up at 4 4:30.
Oh my god.
ठीक है? That period of time you will give most productivity. If you think about is the vata and pitta and all the majority doshas which are morely disbalanced during the day because of the many multiple emotions and multiple stress and multiple tasks, that time you are more relaxed. That time if you scroll your phone, you will again jumping into the same monkey mind. So it's better use that, utilize that time for your productive things. Whatever is there, or you can plan your day accordingly, even your meetings for that matter. And secondly is Ushapanaha. जब आप उठते हो, you need to go for the some warm water to cleanse your body, to get rid of the daily building of the toxins which are the amaha. Because we majority times we eat at a 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock and go to bed by the within a 1 hour, which is not giving the time to proper digestion. So
Yeah.
again the digestion goes slow down and you start building toxins in your body. It's better you can go for some jeera water or something, what we call it as warm water is also good for you. You can all take warm water. Sipping warm water in your office also helps.
So, throughout the day, you're
Yeah,
saying.
you can go for it throughout the day.
Right. Because I was coming to the same question about the gut health.
Oh.
That, how should we basically maintain this thing? And I think
Okay.
it's rightly already answered. Right.
And as a Gen Z, our sleep schedule is very uncertain. I mean, we end up scrolling a lot. So, how does Ayurveda connect good sleep with, beauty and wellness?
I would like to tell you one thing. Nidrayatam sukham dukkham. Happiness एंड सैडनेस ओके मतलब स्लीप का कंट्रोल है आपके हैप्पीनेस पे और सैडनेस पे मतलब स्लीप हैज़ अ कंट्रोल ऑन योर इमोशंस so you need to take a quality sleep, then only you will get an emotionally balanced person. So you can take a decisions for yourself, your family self, and your office friends. If you want to improve your skills, your confidence, and your daily routines, you want to set a benchmark in your career, you need to take a good sleep. If you want to be a mentally balanced person, emotionally balanced, psychologically balanced, Nidra is the best thing you can give to yourself. Even though you are Gen Z or any kind of Zs, but Nidra is not compromised.
Correct, correct.
You cannot.
So, with this, we enter our next segment, which is science meets Ayurveda.
Okay.
Okay. And my first very genuine question to you is Ayurveda is thousands of years old, right?
Yeah.
But science have been recently proving some of its methods and principles right now that these are correct. Like, for instance, turmeric being used for anti-inflammations or amla being used as an antioxidant or something. So, what is your take on these?
My take is like कि mother is watching his child growing. Understood. I know how to make a clown, but my kid is now trying to make this clown and trying to improvise the things and betterly mentioning the things. Research papers, they according to the modern science, they have to go with the flow. Whatever they have in the sets of routines, they are following this. The researchers are going well, very good thing. But Ayurveda is more than a 5,000 years old. It has already timely tested, written on the granthas according to the doshas, according to the phases of the disease and how it works and what the potency works. And there are principle based. इट्स नॉट जस्ट कि हाँ मैंने जैसे मैंने बोला कि इफ़ यू टेक अ भृंगराज इट इज़ अ केशराजहा वाई इट इज़ अ केशराजहा क्योंकि उन्होंने स्टडी किया है दे हैव डन सो मच ऑफ रिसर्च दैट दे हैव गिवन दैट भृंगराज नेम एज अ केशराज क्योंकि ये हेयर में बहुत पोटेंट काम करता है सो इट्स अ केशराज किंग ऑफ द हेयर so that minute research has been done in the thousands and thousands years ago. Now we are just converting it and documenting it. And we are going through with this.
Even collagen is nowadays booming. I see reels, videos regarding collagen boost, mask, collagen mask, serums,
Okay.
and all that stuff. So, what are some natural foods that you would suggest, according to Ayurveda, which is beneficial for natural collagen boost?
This ashwagandha and avla also be the best collagen booster. But again, that it has to get digested well so that factory will run good. As I said, if your digestion is good, then that will get properly digested and nutrients get absorbed and prepare the byproduct of it.
Right.
You can use any whatever is been given in text. You can use that herb or combination of herb, but it has to get digested and channelized properly. Then you will get the result of as collagen मिलना है भाई कि vitamin C मिलना है या क्या मिलना है.
Right.
Correct.
So the same product is basically useful for every.
Yeah. Majorly. जैसे combinations रहते हैं, we go for the permutation combination and accordingly we choose the vehicle so that it should be the target. This is the target organ and you should go with this flow or this flow.
Right. And how is, like, nowadays we see that there is a detox cleansing. How is it different from the panchakarma, which is already mentioned into Ayurveda, or are they like similar with better benefits into one or the other?
I think there is no comparison between both. It is just a surface-based detox. Those who are hyped in social media, and Panchakarma is the cellular level detox. There is a certain procedure. Again, same. I am repeating the thing. लेकिन it is customized, cellular based, so that your saptadhatu comes in a line, your doshas comes in a line, And there are three major doshas and three major panchakarma according to the season. Understood? In a Vasanta, we go for the Vamana. In a Varsha, we go for the Basti. And now the Sharad Rutucharya will come. In that, we act for the Pitta as a Virechan Panchakarma. These are the, you can call it as a AMC kind of things. You can do yearly these things and you will be get rid of the regular जो seasonal changes की वजह से जो भी diseases होते हैं, you can get rid of that.
So basically, we are entering our next segment, which is Shuffle with Glam Guider. Now, in this segment, you have some cards in front of you. You have to just shuffle them just like our 52 normal cards. And whatever card comes as a top, you have to see, read the question, and answer it accordingly
Okay.
in just one word or line.
Okay. Shuffle करो ना.
Yeah.
Is oil pulling useful or overhyped? Yeah, it's useful for oral health. It's useful for oral health and also overhyped as well.
Because people are making reels nowadays, taking challenge 7 days of oil pulling, 1 month of oil pulling. I've seen that.
You can go for it as a trend, but not for a longer time.
Okay.
When again the which oil you are using, that matters a lot.
So does it has long-term benefits?
Yeah, sometimes, but we need to go with the what benefits you want to encash.
Okay.
Just for a oral hygiene, you can go for it. There are certain matras. Matra is in how much quantity you have to hold for the oil pulling. One line advice for our Glam Guider audience who want to balance beauty and wellness. Just listen to your body signals and follow them. Is foot massage really linked to the better sleep? Yes, absolutely. One Ayurvedic beauty trend you wish people would finally cancel. Applying random DIYs. Is period skin and breakouts are real in Ayurveda or it's just a hormones being blamed? It's imbalance of pitta in your body during that time of period. One habit from modern life you think ruins skin the faster. Unnecessary scrolling.
And here we come to the end of our today's podcast.
Doctor, thank you so very much. Today, you actually reminded us that Ayurveda is not about complicated rituals. It's about balance and simplicity.
And friends, always remember, ट्रेंड के पीछे मत भागो, बैलेंस के पीछे भागो. ट्रेंड अपने आप हो जाता है.
So, this is Glam Talk by Glam Guider. Honest beauty, honest conversations.
Until next time, stay glowing, stay guided.